My name's Tristan. So I did my research proposal on macaques, which are a widespread group of monkeys found in South and Southeast Asia, and they're regularly found in context of human environments. And some populations seem to prefer human environments, whereas others prefer to be in the traditional forest-dwelling areas where they typically have thrived. But given the destruction of habitat and the rising of urban environments, these monkeys have coped and are now basically members of the community in these villages, and they're fed and they interact regularly with humans. Interestingly, this genus very little research has been done on it because in traditional primatology, typically they try to find wild and natural populations, and macaques don't really fit that, as they're regularly in contact with humans and they're frequently fed by tourists and all these other things that make them basically unviable in the eyes of traditional primatology. But there's been a lot of psychological experiments done with macaques in captivity that have shown that they have an aptitude and capability of learning human behaviors and performing those. And there's obviously a lot of literature and examples of primates being able to perform human activities sometimes without being unprompted. So for the purpose of this study, I would want to look at this population of monkeys whose behavior is woefully understudied and look for differences between the city-dwelling populations versus the forest-dwelling populations. I assume there will be behavioral differences, but what I'm really looking for is behavioral tendencies that seem to be more human, or that they seem to have picked up from humans rather than their traditional monkey behavior, which has not really been studied, so there's not really much to go off of. So getting into the actual research, it would take place over a year, and a single group would be continuously monitored, and they would basically allow the researcher to become more acquainted with the group of monkeys, that specific group of monkeys, to allow them to factor in individuals' tendencies versus group tendencies and all that sort of thing. And then basically I just want to constantly observe them. They've been observed interacting with humans, being fed by humans, but they haven't been observed by themselves versus when they're with humans versus when they're in trees versus when they're terrestrial. So I just want to do basically a holistic approach to this. And the significance of this is that it's never been studied, and there's a lot to be done with this genus, and there's a lot to still learn about their behavior, and really provides a lot of context for broader primate behaviors, since they're not apes. So you could really learn a lot about how similar we all are as a primate family. Thank you.